Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome to the Act 3 town, I guess. I don't know if this is the proper town or not, but this is where we ended up after the big reveal of the Hooded One indeed being Sin, as I predicted earlier. So yeah, hog on that one. Let's take a look. So I'm now at 1 day, 7 hours, so that's 31 hours of playtime. The first act took me 10 hours. So I've now spent 21 hours in Act 2. That's a thing. I will talk about that in a different episode. But just to bring you up to speed and where we have, and I had 54 deaths, if I recall correctly, at the beginning of Act 2. So a solid 140 deaths in there. So that is what it is. I am a casual, below average, well, let's say decidedly average. I'm not below average for sure player, and yeah, that's a thing, I guess. Build journey. Let's take a look here. So my plan for my build has been to use Falling Thunder throughout the thing, because I really like the two lines of more multipliers that are on this guy over here when we get to the power charges, right? So I do have to slot that back in because I had changed over to have a ranged attack there for the last boss, but I didn't really use it a lot. I did use mostly Ice Strike against that last boss because the freeze buildup and whatnot is just too precious there. So I don't want this one. I need to take my tempo out of there and put it back into my Falling Thunder, and I forget what my other support was for it. Oh, I know what it was. Perpetual Charge was the one I was using in it, so maybe we'll change that one and we'll just use the Lightning Infusion again in there. For now, anyways. So as for power charge generation, we did get a lot better sustain in the Siphoning Strike there. So if we have a shocked enemy, we can use Siphoning Strike to grab another power charge. And we also are using the Lingering Illusion, so just dodging gives us a way to get power charges. And this really does come in handy in boss fights because you can usually dodge out of the way of an incoming attack and the attack will hit your illusion and then you get a power charge. So that came in real handy, and especially using the charge staff and Ice Strike combo that I was using to fight the last boss in there. It's probably a pretty good one just for basic leveling stuff, but I kind of want to stick to my plan with this this Falling Thunder skill, although it is, as I explained in the first episode, definitely a B grade, a B tier skill as it is right now. And I had switched over to Herald of Ice, obviously, for the boss fight, mostly using a
shocking.
A cold skill instead of the thunder skill. But we'll get back to the thunder here for the beginning of Act 3. Gear-wise, I did get this real juicy body armor with the 31 spirit. Like, if this had been 29 spirit, I would have cried. Literally cried. But it happened to be 31, gave us access to a second meta skill or buff skill, however you want to call it. We also have this helmet basic stuff. Just, you know, anything with resistance on it is what I've been carrying. And then I did find one useful unique. So enemies chilled by your hits can be shattered, and it does have base cold resistance on it and increased cold damage. So if I was a cold monk, this would be like a chef's kiss type item, but for the way I'm playing, it's simply just useful and provides, you know, as much of a bonus as I would get from one of the other, you know, cold resistance ring or lightning resistance ring, just with better upsides, right, on the secondary mods in it. I've also got an amethyst ring waiting in the works here if we come across anything chaos related. Lots and lots and lots of unused skill gems for now. But that's fine. What else did we test out there? This is Glacial Cascade, which I took out for Ice Strike. Frozen Locust, so yeah, nothing there. And just trying to step away from the cold infusion, because with the charged staff, obviously that would kind of nullify any of the benefits we get from that there. What else? Oh, yes, weapon-wise. So, this was the God tier weapon that I got in Act 1. Carried me through about half or a little bit more than half of Act 2 fairly decently. But I got rather unlucky on drops and in the shops. And I did one little bit of gambling, but not much gambling at all, because as you can see over here, I still have 35,000 gold at this stage. So I'm not a gambler at all, so that's not my thing. So, and anyways, this was the weapon along with this one that I was using towards the end of Act 3. My damage was actually pretty low, except when I got the proc on the Falling Thunder. And with that proc, it ended up doing pretty decent damage, you know, one-shotting most mobs and being able to take care of blues with like 2 hits. And then rares were a different story altogether. But I did go and buy this out of the trade site when I was about an hour and a half into the final boss fight. Just needed to get my DPS up so that the fight wasn't so ridiculously long. So that was what I did there. It only cost me 2 exalts to buy that guy, so not a huge expense by any stretch, because I have been saving my currency likewise. I used up 2 of my alchemy orbs. So the 2 that I found I have used. One was complete garbage and the other one was a really nice item, so 50-50 on that there. I use transmutes and augments whenever I did find a white staff or another piece that I was looking to upgrade at the time. I would use them, but you know, I'm not shy about using these guys, but they have built up that much otherwise. I used a few Regal Orbs, like 3 or 4 in Act 2, so still currently sitting at 3 there. I guess I'm getting lucky in the sense that I have 4 Chaos at this point. Shrug, I don't know, and I haven't been using my Exalts, obviously, because there's 6 left over, plus the 2 that I had spent. I actually sold an item. I got 4 jewels out of the Ascension Trial. So 1 I'm using, and then 1 I sold actually at 2 Exalts when I originally had this dump pad set up there. And yeah, a couple of uniques that I've dropped for me so far, just sitting in there waiting to sell. Oh, speaking of which, be back in a second. Alright, back from my 1 Exalt trade. Hoggers.
Where the dreamer wills, I go.
Oh. So, any rate, where was I going on from there? I guess, yeah, my main thoughts there in Act 2 is, aside from me just not getting super lucky on updating my weapon and keeping the damage high that regards, I still think the white mobs and such are all still quite overtuned, but that's par for the course with GGG. As always, on release, everything is overtuned, but that's something to complain about in another video. Anyways, yeah, skill tree. I guess we could show this off here. So I did ascend to I Am the Thunder, going for the Unbound avatar. Been spoiled watching some other people's videos. It's not as good as I hoped it would be, but should be fine. We'll go that way anyways, because there's not much reason to go up this way just yet. Might as well take the DPS bounty that that'll give us quite early. And then, yeah, the I haven't done any more fancy splits with my weapon sets so far, just kind of kept that where it is for now. So we came over here, and you know, when I finally got over here to this area and getting all these notables, the power spike that it was supposed to give me got dampened real hard by my lack of an updated weapon. So did not feel very good at all to get these stuff over here, although this is quite the node with the power charge stuff. So definitely very happy about that, along with getting now my maximum power charge is sitting at 5, so we get, you know, effectively 6 power charges with the one with the storm. And I'm just filling out some lightning stuff over here to keep that boosted up. And then from there, the plan is probably to start seeking out more defense moving forward. So, you know, things like stuff in this area here, like this one, will come in handy in a few levels. Pick up another jewel socket if we get some more jewels. This one I'm not sure on, especially with how low my energy shield is right now, but my flasks, so a 610 life pool, and my flask does 783, so if I had enough energy shield to go for it, that would be a real good node to go for, I think, and would also synergize with some of the other things in here, like on full... Huh, there's stuff with defenses when you're on full life. Not just this one. I don't know where they are anymore. Yeah, this one is one of them, which is fairly close and easy to get to for defense. I thought there was more. I guess maybe I was wrong about that. But anyways, yeah, that's the skill tree for now. And oh yeah, this one would work as well. So probably working my way back this way, or jumping across here and coming out this way, and maybe looking at getting some of the stuff out here. What was I looking at out this way? Not sure. Or the other options are increased magnitude. So this wheel here looks interesting to me because we get more damage penetration on top of this one here. And I think yeah, not too sure. At any rate, that's it for now. Anything else to talk about over here? Ice Strike is just Enervate. So because I was using the charged staff, that's why I have the Enervate in there. And the although that's only really procced when the ads came in the boss fight. And the Crescendo is the big one for Ice Strike, obviously. Tempest Bell is really, really good, especially in boss fights there. So just have that more freeze build up there. I'm not sure if this actually makes our little illusion last longer because it has such a short lifespan, like 40% more on top of a 0.6 seconds. It's too hard to measure, but this is the only kind of support that made sense for it, in my mind anyways. Maybe there's something better over there. Don't think I'm going to be using charge staff, so I should probably move this again. Not there. Put that one up there.
Energizing.
Can that go in there? Does that make any sense? It's not a supported attack, really, right? Tempest Bell isn't an attack either. No, it's not. At any rate, I'm kind of blogging or carrying on again for nothing. Gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Bye.